where I used to work at St Joseph Convent Mark, because I am fired because of misconduct, quote unquote.
Okay, I'm here again at the library. I promised I would have checked in about an hour's time. I'm on the opposite side of the street now so that you can get a better picture of how big the library is. And I also want to let you know of well, there's a teacher who wants to speak out in terms of something that has been happening. We as the teachers union have been telling you they came for us, and after coming for the police and the nurses, and basically the children are next. So we will see what will happen. But before that, let me show you what's happening across the street. So as you can see, we have more persons. Unfortunately, the vehicles are blocking the view. But if you look between the vehicles and at the back of the vehicles, all those heads that you see parked there are teachers who are protesting. They are all the way up there. And they're all the way down this side. We continue to have protests. So I'm back here with Christopher Grant. This time it's just Christopher and myself. He's not being interviewed by Ashford. So Christopher, while you were still carrying out your duties, even under the threat of being fired, what were some of the things that you realized that were happening as while you were carrying out your duties that you perhaps didn't seem right to you? Yes, didn't sit well with you, or struck your conscience as a person?
Well, wow, okay. So I will continue what you were saying just now about the fight against the mandates, where if we allow this to happen to the teachers, that the children would be next.
Yeah.
And I would say that there are signs that it may be in the works. Where I used to work at St Joseph Convent Mark, because I am fired because of misconduct, quote unquote. The principal of St Joseph Convent Mark, Sister Jacinta, was asking form teachers and students, well, form teachers, to collect the badges of the students. So we were asked to bring them to the office, and they'll make a photocopy. Up until this day, I mean, I've been fired last week, Friday. Up until this day, not sure why we were asked to bring in the not sure why we were asked to ask the students to bring in them. And why I felt bad is you asked me to say why it made me feel bad, because I'm a form teacher and I'm responsible for 30-something children or so, including those who I teach generally. Now, you could tell that the air, it was like as if people got tense, because imagine asking children, young children, to bring in, and you're not saying exactly why you're asking them to. It's as if it's like imminent danger. Then like you don't know if tomorrow comes, I may not be able to come to school. And this is the kind of stress that these children had to go through for weeks now. And I felt bad because I was the one a part of it. I was the one towing the line and saying, okay, well, yeah, I was asking my students, even up until I think it was last week Monday, I asked a student, and the student brought something for me, and I carried it to get it photocopied. So yes, I was a part of it, and I felt bad because, again,
did the principal ask for this in terms of the principal asked for this, as in come in the staff room or going to the staff room and ask the teachers to ask the students to bring in the card?
Well, it was actually announced. It's general knowledge. The whole school know, not only Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, all the schools, that reason up until this day, I don't know what that reason was, and it's just not right.
Well, some persons may say that is just for information purposes, but was there a consistent request publicly by the principal?
Yes, it was asked more than once.
So what most people may not know, you didn't really allude to it, is that there is a general PA system in that school.
Correct, a general PA system,
right? Yes. That is not in all schools, but this school has a PA system. So perhaps maybe like every morning or evening they're being
I
asking
won't
for
say,
the
I won't say
cards?
like every single morning, but it was definitely requested more than once, and to remind the students to bring in their cards. In fact, I think it was Monday and Friday, like a Friday and Monday. I had those 2 days, but it was requested more than once.
Yes.
That was
yes,
the truth.
definitely so.
And what got me is that speaking to my other friends who are teachers, because I would ask the other students whether all the students, my students just here. So my students just shouted me there. I'm very sorry about that. But I would ask my other colleagues in other schools if this was the case, because I'm thinking, okay, why would the principal be asking the students to bring it? It must be something from Ministry of Health or Ministry
you
of
figured it's a
Education.
mandate or something.
Yeah, correct.
So,
but nothing was of the case. I don't know if you could confirm that.
No, I can't recall seeing that
As
any
a memo.
correspondence from the ministry.
Correct. So that was being done at my school.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can imagine the kind of tension and worry by the
But
students.
did students express to you personally their concerns?
Yes, they did. So what happened is that, in fact, before I even started, one of my students, not my form students, one of my students I taught is actually out there protesting this morning. 2 students just shouted me, then a few others showed the support. That's far. In my class, they expressed that. How do I say it? Let me get my words together. So when we made the request, and they knew actually what was happening to me, because I thought it necessary to let my students know what was happening, because I just didn't want to not show up one day at school.
Right.
So there was a big discussion in class going on about who wasn't taking the vaccine, who should take the vaccine. My students were saying, oh sir, you should just go take the vaccine. And some students were saying, sir, no, it's a choice. So if anything, I'm very proud of my students. Big up. Shout out to Form 4C one time, that at least they were able to think for themselves. And you had and it was not like a big argument. They were discussing it, saying, okay, well, I don't think sir should take it. It's his choice. Someone saying, sir, you should take X, Y, and Z. So yeah, there was concern, and they were saying, okay, well, it's a choice. Some people saying that they don't want to get sick, they believe it could get sick. So, but it was informed, and it was an informed discussion. So that's one thing.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave you here to get back to the protest.